Hey, YouTube.
Nothing.
It's never
How's it
happening
going?
again.
No, it never will.
Never
It's
happening
too loud,
again.
Peaks. It's too loud.
That's what it is.
Hi, YouTube.
You need to clap away from
Hello,
it.
YouTube.
Hi.
Nope, still nothing.
No, it's too much.
Wow, them
He
the
doesn't like
noise gate's working out real well.
Oh boy,
I
is
know.
it.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
But hello, YouTube. This is Geek Republic Media's A Morning After Music Show.
Yes.
We got an album for you today. And it's
We do.
actually Retro Thursday, which you'll see tomorrow, the weekend, whenever it comes out. But this is a retro day. And we thought, for January, why don't we take a look at some of the albums that we didn't get to in 2021? Because
Yes.
there was a plenty
Yes.
that we skipped over.
Yeah, there's free.
And and I think Cody, you chose this one this week.
Yeah, we're gonna, at least for the time being, there's a couple of albums that, like Era and Architects, that we just never got to, either
We
because we
should
weren't doing this at that time, looking at Architects. So we're just gonna do, for retro, we're just gonna do those albums until we run out of them.
Yeah.
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 'cause-
And then we'll get into some nostalgia. But
Yeah.
but before we jump into that, let's do some housekeeping, right?
Mhm.
Make sure that you're subscribed to us on our YouTube. Subscribe to us and follow us on our Twitch as well if you
They're
want to hang out
all-
during the live show.
Fuck.
They're all down there.
They're
They're all down there somewhere.
right there. They're there.
But if you hang out with us on Twitch, you can participate in the show. It's longer than, this 30 to 40 minutes that we have for this particular piece. Whoa, listen to that.
Yeah,
Very
wow.
fucking cool.
Holy
Dramatic
shit.
as fuck. But you can hang out there. We talk about the news in the first portion of the show. Then we do this, and we all kind of hang out. And then we watch YouTube videos at the end. So come over on Twitch. It's super fun.
Yes,
And-
and hey, Spotify, talking to you now. I put the last episode up on there. If you're listening to us on audio only, make sure you look for us on YouTube and Twitch so you can actually see our pretty faces and come
Yeah.
join us and watch us dance to the crazy background music. Sorry the background music was too loud last week.
yeah.
Ain't shit we could do about it because that's in
No.
the past. We're in the present
Hey,
now.
we're fine. We got it. It's all good.
So what
You got
album
first
we
shot.
doing, Cody?
Now, before we get to that, though, just to clarify, on Spotify, is it Geek Republic Media?
It's Morning After Music Show by Geek Republic Media.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah. So today we're doing Trivium's In the Court of a Dragon. Came out last year. We never got to it, but a lot of people liked it. So we got
Yeah.
better time than never to
Didn't
talk
ask.
about it. You did ask. Before we get into the album, we got a question of the day for you two, and for YouTube, and for Twitch, and for Spotify.
For us?
What's your favorite dragon?
Yeah. What
I
kind
couldn't.
of
I couldn't do
What kind
Trivium
of dragon?
specific because I couldn't do Trivium specific because Brett doesn't give a shit about Trivium. So yeah, favorite dragon. I'll go first. I like a red eyes or a baby dragon or
Baby
my
dragon.
blue eyes. Oh no! I'm going Yu-Gi-Oh theme. You got Slifer the Sky Dragon or the executive producer.
Do we have?
So yeah, what's your favorite dragon?
Shit. I guess it was a Treyu, right?
Yeah,
And
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that story?
is he a dragon or is he like a dog lizard?
Falcor, right?
Yeah, Falcor. Atreyu was the
Falcor.
kid.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's right.
He was like a dog dragon.
I don't know
You got-
what
Dragon dog.
what movie was it that Sean Connery was a dragon?
Dragonheart.
It was
Dragonheart.
was it Dragon? I think it was Dragonheart.
Yeah, and he had the
Yeah.
really bad accent, even though he has one. I don't It really didn't make any sense.
It's such a stupid movie.
Spyro?
Remember
Spyro's
that,
a
that
dragon?
one scene where he's like pulling shit out of his teeth? It's like, oh look, human bones.
You got who was Benedict Cumberbatch in the Hobbit movies? Who was the big dragon?
Oh yeah, Smaug.
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 You got him?
Charizard's not a dragon.
But he is pretty
No.
cool. If I
But
could,
he
there we go. Hey, there he
There
is.
you go.
One is
Look what I
good
pulled
enough.
last night, chat. You can't really fucking see it well.
Too much
All right,
light.
You got it. You've seen a
Anyway.
Pokemon card before.
That's
Follow
the
us on
meme.
Instagram, and you'd see it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Anyway,
Who
great
else?
dragons. Leave your
Dragons.
dragons below.
We missed Shenron. That was
Shenron,
Shenron.
That's a
Shenron.
good one.
There it is. Yeah.
Dragoon from My Hero. That big lady.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He turns into a
Yeah.
dragon. You got Figment. He caused the whole mess at Epcot a couple weeks ago. If you follow Disney news, because Pass holes are crazy, dude. The theme park world is fascinating. These people care so much about reselling limited edition products that Disney is really dropping the ball on, honestly.
All right. What about
Fights
Puff
breaking
the
out
Magic
over
Dragon?
Puff the Magic Dragon.
The Magic Dragon.
Puff the
He
Magic
lives
Dragon.
by the sea.
What
That's
about shout out to all of the dragons on the side of Wizard Bands?
Yes.
Oh, true.
Classic dragons.
True.
Yeah.
Fun fact, chat. I wanted one of those really bad.
Yes, you did.
Talked about it all the time. I was obsessed.
You got the water dragon.
What about
Tandra guy?
the dungeon and dragons?
And dragons.
Those are good dragons. Yeah.
That's very good dragons. Very true.
Feel we've gone too long on the dragon bit. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Would they come together and become a court of dragons?
Oh,
Wow.
oh shit.
I would like to be the jester in that court of the dragon, the 10th studio album from Trivium. That's right, 10. That's a lot. It's like 9 from
They're
Under Oath last week.
Shit.
It's released October 8th, 2021. 10 tracks, 52 minutes and 16 seconds, almost an hour. And of course, Trivium is Matt Heafy on the lead vocals and guitar, Corey on guitar and vocals, Paolo, Greg Oleto on the bass and vocals, and Alex Bent on the drums. Yeah.
So
the
good.
kid making all of our dreams come true, you know?
God damn it. If they ever get rid of him, it's a bad day.
It's a bad day.
The drummer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
don't
good.
leave. He's real good.
The producer was Josh Wilbur. He did the production, engineering, and the mixing. He's done a bunch of work. He's got a long list of things to do. Brett, I'm gonna drop a link in MAMS real fast for you to bring up in a second. I'll let you know when, because we're gonna have to go through it. But Josh Wilbur has done mixing for. He was on Hot Dog by Limp Bizkit, digital editing for Does This Look Infected by Sum 41, mixing for Alice Palace's Burn by Lamb of God.
Is this all one guy?
Nope, that's the other one guy. We're getting to him. Don't bury the lead.
Jesus
Don't
Christ.
give it away.
A lot of fucking songs.
Did the mixing for The Curse from Atreyu. This Type of Thinking Could Do Us In by Chevelle. Avenged Sevenfold. Producing on The Citizen Sentence by Trivium. He's been around, is what I'm getting at. If you listen to metal the
Rock extraordinaire.
last 20 fucking years, Josh Wilbur's your guy. Now, the mastering was done by this dude named Ted Jensen, who we'll pull up in a second. But my God, to call him a master in mastering is an understatement. Two of the most notable ones he did was Hotel California by the Eagles and American Idiot by Green Day. But Brett, if you want to shift over the scene to what you're showing us, his list is too long.
I'm not going through this. No offense.
Yeah, just show it.
See AFI December
Holy
Underground?
Dude,
There's
literally,
All
he has
Grenade Prada.
mastered everything. Just
Amber
start
Lynn.
shouting them out as you see.
Yeah.
Cities by Amberlin,
Creed.
Them Versus You Versus Me by Finger 11,
Sum
All Hope Is
41,
Gone by
yeah.
Slipknot, Agony and
Jesus
Irony, Alkaline Trio,
Christ.
Under Oath.
Bleed
Story
America,
of the
Jimmy Eat
Year.
World,
Bullet for My Valentine.
5 Seconds of Summer.
Bro, he's touched every fucking album on
Tag Yourself. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is the only guy who
Holy
does any
crap.
mastering.
Oh
Like,
yeah, we're still not done. As I Dying.
It's
Rise
just him.
Against.
It is
Yeah.
just him.
Ooh, Mr. A to Z by Jason Mraz.
Oh, there we go. Now
Hell
we're
yeah.
at the bottom.
Love that.
God
Holy
damn.
shit.
Oh, I did Nowhere Generation. Rise Against. That's cool.
Nice.
Wow.
Shine
Oh
Down.
yeah, we did like that album as well.
He probably
Oh,
worked with Rick Beato.
He probably, dude, him and Rick Beato, best friends. I'm
Best
calling
friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
it. Dude, literally
Jesus
everything.
Christ.
There's Under Oath. I saw Under Oath
Yeah.
for Disam. Fuck, trapped.
Gross.
Deftones, My Chem for Danger
Stone
Days.
Sour.
Jesus
Muse.
Christ.
Nice.
Madonna.
And yeah, he's been doing stuff since the 70s too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huey Lewis in the News. Sports.
He did
Nice.
Jimmy Eat World, Bleed American.
Hell yeah.
God, bro. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's too much.
It's too much.
There's
too
literally
much.
there's
He's
nobody
smart.
else.
His, excuse me, his third album was
Was Hotel
Cal-
California.
Are you kidding me?
Dude,
Yeah.
he did Exodus by Bob Marley. Holy shit.
Ah, damn.
Wild.
So good guy to get. If you're gonna get mastering done, look up
Sure.
Ted Jensen. Look at him with his dog right there. It's a cute dog. Yeah. Anywho, and then Ishan did everything on the intro track 10 or X if you don't know how to read Roman numerals, and the instrumentals throughout all the album. He's a Norwegian multi-instrumentalist, vocalist, and composer, best known for his work with his black metal band Emperor. These singles for this album was In the Court of the Dragon, Feast of Fire, and The Phalanx as of this moment of recording, which is January 20th. It was recorded at Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida. Brett,
holy shit.
that's your school.
That's my school.
After I get my loans out of default, it might be my school. 'Cause that's I got a call from them yesterday, and we talked about. I'll talk to you about it later. Anyway, the album artwork is a painting by Matthew Nozieris. Matt said on the artwork, while the music of In the Court of the Dragon was taking shape, we knew we needed epic artwork of the type that you might see on the wall of an important museum from a long-dead Renaissance master. And I'd
It looks
say,
pretty badass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does
yeah,
look cool.
I'd argue that's one of the best things about this album. I love this artwork. It's cool as shit. The lyrical content of the album is based on mythology inspired by fantasy literature, and instead of focusing on existing mythologies, the band opted to explore and create its own mythology within the Trivium cinematic universe. Hey, Steven, how's it going? Now, the rest is all Paolo, the bassist, on Apple Music, talking about the songs. He said because the previous album, What the Dead Men Say, was released at the beginning of the pandemic and this one was written during the pandemic, the band felt like these two could be considered as a double album. Hence why the intro track is titled 10 and 9 was the intro track for the last album because it was the 9th record. Look how that worked.
Nice.
In the Court of the Dragon the song is based on a short story from the book The King in Yellow by Robert W. Chambers. The song Sword Over Damocles is how the whole myth-making theme came to be, based off the story of Damocles. So instead of focusing on the actual mythology, they wrote around a character dealing with the weight and anxiety of power, having those things hanging over you and always having your life in the balance of the actions you take.
Super concept-y. I like it. I like it.
But I feel like they never went fully into the concept thing. We'll talk about it later.
We'll
Crisis of Revelations was originally more of an Ember to Inferno style in the demo, but later became more like Ascendancy mixed with the newer drumming style that Alex brings to the mix. That's pretty cool. No Way Back Just Through came from a demo Paolo did for the last record that never came to light because it was already completed, and while nothing on the record has to do with real-world events, the pandemic! The title came from an article Paolo saw that said, quote, "There's no way to turn back through this. We just have to get through it and continue forward." So no way back, just through. Which I liked. I think this is one of my favorite songs on the album. That wasn't a single.
Which one was that?
No Way Back, Just Through.
Oh, yes.
What number? Oh, yeah.
7.
It's good.
Yeah.
Perfect middle point.
Trying to say less
Or so-
too.
a
I'm
little fun.
There you
focusing more on it.
There you go.
Fall Into Your Hands was the first song the band worked on together, setting the pace for the album, and is the reason there are so many proggy parts, because they had a lot of fun writing all those prog parts for it.
A lot of
yeah.
prog parts.
Yeah, let's just do that the whole time.
They dive deep into that shit.
Yeah, they
That's-
did.
that's- Some of it was like a musician's clinic.
It really
A
is.
little bit.
Yeah.
You want to know how to do double bass rolls? Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Everywhere.
From Dawn to Decadence, the title came from a history book and was later a song. It was a later song in the process, so thus being one of the hardest ones to finalize because of all the other material already written for the album. They had to kind of like tiptoe around it. They didn't want to repeat too much from song to song to song to song. I know Brett's sitting there thinking like, not repeat too much. The whole album sounds the same. Brett, we'll get to your gripes in a bit.
That's why I'm just chilling. I'm vibing.
Hold it back.
I'm relaxed. I'm good.
Last week, Josh was raging about Under Oath, and this time it's your turn. We're back to normal, okay? All right, anyway. And finally, The Phalanx is a re-recording, actually, of a scrapped song from Shogun. from the Detmoto Shogun. The
Whoa.
original middle section was actually taken out and put into the song Torn Between on that album. But the band really liked the A and C parts. And with the new section written for this album, Paolo said it feels like a good metaphor for where the band's sound has settled over the last few records. That being a good link between old and new, which I would agree with. It sounds very old school, but also current. So that's cool. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's the background, everybody.
Okay.
Very
So
cool.
now,
Very cool.
Let's get into the our thoughts, our breakdown.
Cody,
Who wants to
it was
go
yours?
Yeah,
sure, I'll go
you
first.
can go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. I liked it. I feel like that's gonna be middling where I sit. It's just okay. It's not my favorite Trivium thing ever because it's not
Same.
better than Ascendancy, and that's to me personally the best Trivium album. I know people have their opinions for varying projects, but I think it sets out to it accomplished what it set out to accomplish. You know, like they wanted to write a proggy, mythological based album, and they did that, and it succeeds in what they tried to do. I just don't think, for me personally, the mythology themes grab me like they would have when I was younger. And I think that's because, personally, what I look for in lyrics now and music needs to have a deeper meaning to it. And to really grab me and pull me in, we have to talk about real world events or, you know, theology and shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't relate to it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yay, cool mythology, but like, I got that
Which
already.
is that prog rock kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it is.
And Iron Maiden.
And Iron Maiden.
Yeah, yeah.
And past Cody would have really like gotten into that, like in high school, post high school, and all that stuff. But like now, it's like, yo, there's real stuff to talk about. Can we talk about the real stuff, please? Thank you. Okay. Look at our top list of last year, like Radical and stuff like that, like addressing real issues and things.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I do like the choruses. The choruses are very chorusy. They do, again, set out everything that they attempt to do. And musically, I like it. Everyone's parts sound cool. Matt's vocals at an all-time high. I feel like he doesn't sound like James Hetfield so much anymore. He has his own voice, which is
It's a
good.
little bit of range. Mm-hmm.
Good range. It sounds good. Not as polished, maybe, as it needs to be, but, you know, what are you going to do? It is a quintessential metal album, though, and I think that's where it kind of loses me. Like, if you ask someone, hey, what's metal in 2021 sound like? No subgenres or nothing. Bing, bang, boom, here's your album. And it's fine for that. You know, I don't think it messes up in any way. It's just not what I personally love and look for. I can appreciate everything that it does and everything that they set out to do and the solos, and everything sounds really good. And I get why everyone ranks it really, really high for 2021 and within the Trivium spectrum. But again, mythology themes about it not being about the end of the world like it is right now makes it feel like a very safe album. And because it's not going to step on anyone's toes, you know. But that's what leads me away, and it just leaves it average for me. Because I want bands to push boundaries and buttons. Boop. And that's it. That's what I gotta say.
Okay. Who's next?
I'll go next. I'll be the middleman on this one.
All right, yeah, you jump in the middle.
Yeah, there we go. So, to kind of add on to that, though, like, I don't know. I do hear James Hetfield still. All I hear is a drummer who loves As Fast As You Can Go double bass and Metallica. You know, that's all I'm really getting out of it.
But he's so good, though. He's very
They're
very
good. They're good. They're all good musicians. I don't want to take that away from them at all. I can see why this is, you know, on people's lists and stuff. But I don't know. Personally, like, if I want something like generic metal, I'm gonna go like, you know, As I Dying or something. I know that's not really generic either, but like, I don't know. It's just this doesn't do it for me. This kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I've never gotten into them. I don't know. I feel like I'm listening to my dad's music a lot.
Yeah, you've always been like, I like that part of a Trivium song. I don't like that Trivium song.
I don't like Trivium songs. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I totally understand that. And it is a certain type of listen
Yes,
to like Trivium.
And his voice has never done it for me. That's just a personal take. I know I'm not saying he's bad. It's just his tone. I don't know if it's that like baritone kind of feel, but I like Breaking Benjamin. I just there's something about his vocals I've never cared for, the screams or the clean. Just never gotten into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
So I'm assuming your score is low.
I'm not gonna do well. It's not as low as you guys are probably thinking, but it is low. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking your score is gonna be just average.
Maybe a little under.
Maybe below average.
Yeah, probably a little below average.
Based on a bias. Yeah.
But like, sure. Yeah, but like also, to me, there's nothing new in this.
Mm-hmm.
The production quality is good, not the best. It's good. It sounds a little weird in the car. And that's why I do most of my listening. So if it sounds weird in there,
yep.
It's long.
It is long.
I know. I usually bitch about albums being too short. This went the other way. It's. I don't know. I can't tell the songs apart. It's just.
Yeah.
My usual gripes of this kind of shit.
There's a lot that we can piggyback off of because like I'm a Trivium fan. I like Trivium.
Same.
Cody and I talk about this. Jen really likes Trivium too. I've seen Trivium twice live. Right. So like I don't hate them, but I think I've discovered them. Really like them, like Silence in the Snow time. So like pretty far deep into their career. Like
was that like 14, 15?
Yeah,
maybe a little later.
Ish. Yeah, ish. It's like the last 4 albums I really started getting into them. And I think it's because they started doing this like proggy dad thrash metal shit that for some reason I decided to get into. Because like we reviewed Unleash the Archers, right? And it's the same shit.
Yeah.
Just one's more standard metal and one's more fucking like epic weird Iron Maiden metal. You know what I'm saying? Like for some reason I'm into that now and I don't know why. It just happened, right? So like I listen to this stuff and I'm like, damn, this is so fucking cool. And I like the stories and you guys know that I'm a writer, so I kind of enjoy that like epicness, and it's like I'm listening to fucking Lord of the Rings with metal in it. Like there's something about that I like. But your points totally make sense. Like there isn't anything I can relate to. And I even said like, man, some of this shit's kind of corny when you look at it from that perspective. Right? There's not anything.
All of it is.
Nothing is standing out to me, but like from the concept, I get what they're doing. And it's like cool. But like you think of the lyrics compared to how long the solo is, that's the point of the song. Right? Like you don't listen to it so you could sing along to like, oh, I'm just a person underneath the sword of Damocles. Like no one gives a fuck. They're waiting for the part after that. They're waiting for the speed.
That's all it is though, man. It's just
I know.
Fast. But it's not Dragon Force fast. It's like just generic fast.
It's a lot. When I said this last week, I was like, there's a lot going on in every single song. Mm-hmm. It's a really overstimulating sometimes. And I was listening to it in the car when we were driving from fucking Florida to Canada. And I was like, damn, I got to turn this off. It's too much. I got to pay attention to the road. It's like, I can't, there's just too much shit going on. But like, I sit in front of my computer all day doing work. I'll just put that shit in the background at at a medium level. And it's just like, that's kind of cool. But then I don't need to pay attention to it. So I just keep working.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's where that's when I was listening to it, to be honest. I was doing work. But like, I don't know. I have the issue where it was kind of like the Bro Job thing, where it was like the album finished. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then like other shit kept playing, and I'm like, I had no idea. Just like
So I think if we're looking at this new era of Trivium, right, where you from Silence in the Snow, that was a little kind of like a bridge, but you get the Sin in the Sentence or whatever that album was.
Sin in the Sentence, yeah.
So, okay, good. And then you have the Death one, the one right before this, 2020.
What the Dead Men Say?
What the Dead Men Say, yeah.
Yeah.
So those 2 albums make sense to where this album is now. Like, it's just really, they were like, you know what, we need to get better at our instruments, and we're going to become fucking like classical guitarists and then just put metal on it. Yeah, there's so much of that in the writing and the musicianship. So I'm like, okay, peak level like abilities. It just happens that they all get into a band that really doesn't gel perfectly for the era that we're living in right now.
Yeah.
They're good for a certain type of time, just maybe not for 2022. Yeah.
No,
but
and like
other than that,
it's a lot like
it's
Jason
solid
said.
writing.
Yeah, it is solid writing, and I like them. I want to support those guys because they're really good guys, but I don't like it.
Yeah,
and that's okay, Brett. Like, you don't have to.
You don't have to like
it all.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe one day you'll see them live, and
rock.
it'll finally click for you. You know, who knows?
No.
I like it because
I'll never get over the Metallica thing.
There is a certain type of listen when I go to Trivium. Like, I wake up and I'm like, I just want to listen to normal metalcore. I put on a metalcore playlist, and that's all I really need. But then I'm like, you know what? I want to go to Lord of the Rings, and then I listen to shit like this. You know, like, that's the kind of place, like the thought process of that.
See that,
but it's a different kind of listen.
You say that though, but like like my personal pick, if I want dragons and metal, I'm going Symphony X.
Right, you had a different upbringing, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
like,
Guys, on the flip
sure.
side, I will never pick Symphony X over Trivium.
Yeah.
Neither will I. Like, your dad taught you prog rock is special.
Yeah, it's Dream Theater.
Correct. Right, we do it correct.
Well, Symphony
right?
X also has Michelangelo, one of the best guitarists ever. But
Yeah.
Right, but like, you had that growing up. Like, my dad listened to fucking Garth Brooks.
yeah.
So where could I
Aim?
like, I didn't have a breakdown of like what metal is when I was a kid. Like, yeah, my dad listened to fucking AC/DC
Yeah,
too,
dude,
but like,
I'm 6 years
he's a
old
normie
watching
rock.
Petrucci tutorial videos, you know?
right. And see, and that's I think where the divide is.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
People
it
like
would
them,
make sense.
they're fine. You don't hate them, but you don't like them, and I think
Right.
that's a perfect place for someone, you know, that is maybe more concerned with core, like metalcore. Like, you go there.
That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no?
that's what I do.
Question for Brett. Hi,
What's up?
from the
Hi.
audience.
Cody.
Hi. Hello.
So Josh, you said that you got into Trivium around Silence of Snow, right? Or whatever.
Well, that's when I started saying, like, I like these guys, but I always
Okay.
I knew about them. Like, Shogun is a great album.
Oh, you
I
can't
listened
not
to
know
that back
about
in
them.
the day.
You play
yeah.
guitar,
Yeah,
you can't
cannot
not know.
Right.
Brett, when
right.
did you first like hear them?
Was that 2006?
Oh, so you did hear them like early
Yeah,
on.
we
yeah.
all listened to them.
Okay.
Eighth
Dude, you
grade.
can't,
We were
yeah,
like,
you
oh,
can't
shit,
walk
this is
into
cool.
Sam Ash and not hear him.
Yeah.
Especially
That's-
if you're fucking listening to Bullet for My Valentine, they're gonna come up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, like,
dude, that was my shit back then.
Yeah,
Right,
because the person that introduced them to me was Brian D. in Spanish class. He was like, yeah, these dudes from Orlando. I've met them a few times. DeFreeze and
the freeze.
Oh, the Freeze. Yeah.
and that was his favorite fucking band when Ascendancy was brand new.
Really?
So
Yep.
I got introduced to them super early, and all I knew was Ember to Inferno and Ascendancy. I'm like, these two albums are really fucking good.
See,
It is my introduction to metalcore. Like, everyone else has Killswitch, and I have Trivium. But then the album after, Crusade, not that great.
Yeah.
So I've always
Yeah,
had like a love-hate with them.
I made that point earlier too. It was like, when you think of Trivium, like, what kind of genre are they? Because you asked that question,
Mhm.
and it's like, I really think they hang out with Killswitch, like, in the 2000s, and then they split off at some point, where it's like,
Yeah.
maybe Trivium leans more into like, I want the dads to like this, so they go that way, and then Killswitch is just like, we're just gonna keep trying to do the same thing that we were doing in 2006. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I also-
they don't.
I had a bias very early on too, because like when I was mentioning going in Sam Asher Guitar Center, 100% guaranteed there's gonna be a kid wearing a Trivium shirt in there,
Mhm.
and like every single time whoever that kid was, I was like, you're fucking annoying.
It's fair.
That is fair. Yeah, it's
Like,
a certain
you're-
type of
you're
kid.
fucking annoying, man. So like, but it was guaranteed seeing the Trivium shirt. So I just kind of put two and two
Right.
together. So I've always had a bias, you know,
Yeah.
because of that as well.
Yeah, I mean, if we could have been like the kids that were like, okay, Bullet for My Valentine, check, right? Then we're gonna be like, Children of Bodom now, check. you know what? Trivium, check. But we were like, hold the fuck on. Like, we had to take a break. We had to go somewhere else. And then we were like, August Burns Red?
Dude, I was just going to say, I was like, I figured out what August Burns Red is.
At some point, you decide which train you want to get on.
Yeah. And I was on the different train than you guys, because, like, I mean, yeah, I like the August Burns Red and all that stuff, but, like, you just mentioned Children of Bone. Yeah, like,
that's your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dad metal, and it's good, but it's not core. And I think the core comes from, like, the emo screamos deciding they want to play a little harder, more intricate work stuff.
Honestly, it's, I mean, we kind of mentioned it during the pre-show. Cody, you didn't really do Warped Tour.
Nope.
We did.
Yep. Guess who else didn't do Warped Tour? Trivium. I don't know if they ever went on Warped Tour. They're too busy on Ozfest and stuff like that.
Which
those were the two camps.
Never went to Ozfest.
He was fucking 18 playing Rock am Ring in Germany, right? He was in a different place.
Yeah.
Right. Very true.
And again, it's because, not saying they're not talented, not saying they're not.
No, they're very talented.
Great dudes too. Matt is, you know, he's the reason why musicians have such a good place on Twitch.
Dude, that's why I don't want to talk shit about this too much. It's like I respect the shit out of these guys.
You just don't want to listen to it. And it's funny.
Yeah,
it's just like there's Blink-182 fans and there's Green Day fans.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. You trade.
I was just about to say that, Steven. Like, he was a team captain on Roadrunner United, and he was like 19. That was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That might be another thing. You two don't strike me as kids who would have liked bands on Roadrunner, whereas that was most of the people I listened to.
It was Salt State Rise.
Yeah.
Yep. We were Jesus-y for some reason.
It's funny, Josh, before we move on to the reviews, because I think we're wrapping up on our breakdown, you mentioned Unleash the Archers, and where our average for Unleash the Archers sits is very close to where my average came out for this album.
It's just the same shit.
What number is it?
Yeah.
It's very similar.
On the retro list, number 18.
Oh, okay, there it is. Ooh, yeah, no, that's not my score.
Okay, where is it?
It's not my score either, but it's funny that it's close.
Oh man, you guys aren't gonna like my score then.
That's fine.
Oh, that's okay. That's my score.
All right. So now, are we done? We broke it down.
Yeah.
Cool. So the reviews around the net, a lot of people reviewed this one. I'm just gonna say it up front. This is probably the most reviews. Yeah.
Matt's a god now.
Everybody knows him.
Yeah, everyone knows him, and everyone wanted to comment on this album, put their 2 cents for it, and it's a lot. So what I did, instead of going in order of which I found them, I'm gonna go in order from least to greatest on the ranking scale, and just bunch. Put together a bunch of reviews that did the same number together, so I could speed through this. I already practiced it earlier, so here we go. You ready?
Go for it.
All right. Rate your music. The average is 6.96. So that's our lowest.
That's the lowest.
Brett, that's our lowest. Brett, where are you sitting in relation to that without giving it away?
Lower than that.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Angry Metal Guy gave it a 7. Album of the Year user average was a 7.4. Metal Archives gave it a 7.6. All Music, Kerrang, New Noise, Sputnik, Toilet of Hell, Cryptic Rock, Ghost Cult Magazine, Stereo Board all gave it an 8. Okay. Blabbermouth, Metal Wani, Rock Sin, just those 3 gave it an 8.5. Sonic Perspectives gave it an 8.9. Louder Sound, Metal Injection, Rock and Load, Headbanging Moose, The Rock Life, Hysteria Mag all gave it a 9. Ultimate Guitar gave it a 9.1. Dark Melody gave it a 9.3, and then Distorted Sound, 3 Songs and Out, Upset Mag, and Wall of Sound all gave it a 10. Brett, how do you feel about that? Before I go further, because there's a little bit more.
There's more.
There's more, but they're YouTube, so I kept them separate.
I don't think anything should be over 8. But
agreed.
That's just me.
Agreed. An unbiased opinion and trying not to be an asshole. Yeah, nothing should be over 8.
Based on, like, if you were a fan of this, you could be like, this is a slightly above average.
Yeah. Yeah,
again,
this is not.
I do count myself a Trivium fan.
Saying a 10, bro.
I'm not where those are.
She did say
Anywho, and then for the reviews I found on YouTube, Banger TV gave it an 8. Metal Trenches gave it a 7.7. Rocked gave it an 8. Metal Meltdown gave it a 7. Paragene Reviews gave it a 7.5. And Among the Fence gave it a 9.2. So
Jesus
now,
Christ.
all of that, all 34 of that, by the way, put together, where are you guys thinking the average comes out to?
Higher than it should.
Okay.
Right. I think, I feel like with all those scores, I would say like 8.2, 8.3, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Brett?
I'm gonna go.
Based on around the net.
Man, I'm gonna say 8.16.
Josh, you get the closest. It's 8.45.
God damn.
No.
So
No.
fucking-
Now, I
No.
will say, I did see some reviews that probably link up closer to what Brett has been saying this whole time. But guess what? None of those people gave it a fucking numbered review, so I couldn't include them.
I also
So-
think that a lot of people are going to review this. It's 10 albums in, and it's Trivium. You can't talk bad.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
nice guys. Like what we're talking about, even what I'm saying. It's like, it's hard to come out and be like, hey, you guys
But I
are really
think-
cool and you're really nice and you're really talented, but this just wasn't that good.
Yeah, I think that if you start this new era of Trivium, the Silence in the Snow, the Sin in the Sentence, fucking
Dead
one
Men
after
Say.
that, what the Dead Men Say, and then this one, at this point, we should be hearing something evolved.
Yeah.
Something a little newer, because they did that with those 3 albums. It went very like broke fucking classical rock riffs. Like, why are you doing Bach arpeggiatic like things? Like, it's weird as fuck. Like, now they're doing that, but they didn't do that in fucking In Waves. Like, they didn't do it then, right? So they
They were
evolved.
chugging back then.
Right, they evolved in the 2010s, right? Now we're in the 2020s. We should be hearing something new, something a little fresher. Not saying it's bad, but like, fresh it up. You're 4 fucking albums into a new era.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. And again, Ascendancy is always going to be my top Trivium album until it's not. That was album number 2.
Works?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear a Shogun Part 2 and like
Oh, yeah.
go back to that concept, but then like do it with better musicianship. That'd be cool. You know,
Yeah, man.
whatever.
Okay, so let's get to our ratings.
Right.
Sure. Who wants to start?
Yeah, I'll throw my numbers.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So basically, I kind of broke down everything, and a lot of my scores are average, all in the 7s range, except for the musicianship, which I gave a 9.2 because they're just so fucking good at playing instruments, right? But there was some cringe, so I was like, I don't really like the songs, the lyrics, but the song itself is okay. So I kind of gave it an average there. Production, same thing. It sounds great, but it could be better. Originality, it's average. It's just it's metal, right? You didn't do anything special. The memorability, there's some tracks, I like some of the choruses. It's super fun. I think some of the riffs I'll remember. But that was a straight 7. So after all that, the musicianship popped it up to 7.76. That was
Interesting.
my score.
Okay.
Okay.
Brett, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. The songwriting stuff, I gave it like a 7 or so because like what you're saying, I don't really care about that stuff anymore. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Not what I want to
Play
do.
it in a video game.
Right. I'd rather watch it or play it. I don't want to listen to it.
Listen to it.
Musicianship. I did not give it as good of a grade as you, Josh. I agree they are great musicians. I do not want to hear the whole fucking time.
There's a lot of blasts.
The whole fucking time. You remember
There's
that
a
was
lot.
all we bitched about back in the day. Was like you fucking the drummers that just fucking go instead of putting a rhythm in there. It is that the whole time. And like the guitar work, solid riffs, solid leads and solos and shit. Not a lot
Can't
of
get
variety.
past the drums.
Not a lot of variety
Yeah.
though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Sure.
each one of these songs, it's kind of like you can almost copy and paste the shit over to each other.
Sure.
Production, I already talked
Fair
about
enough.
that earlier.
Fair enough.
It didn't sound that good in the car, therefore it's not getting that good of a grade. Originality, this is probably where mine drops the most. It's not original. Sorry. And memorability, I don't remember a whole lot of it because it's to me it's very repetitive. So yeah, my overall score came out to a 6.2.
6.2 or 6.02?
6.2. 2 flat.
6.20. 2.5?
No, 2-0.
2 flat. Okay. Yeah, mine's more in line with Josh. Not as high. Songwriting and lyrics got average. Musicianship, I gave it an 8.3. So not, I agree with both what you're saying. A little bit more in the middle there. Production was average. Originality was average. Memorability was also average. So my ranking came out to a 7.42.
Okay.
So Josh, you were the highest on this.
Josh was the highest.
Interesting.
I think, I didn't want to change the musicianship. It probably could have been in the 8s as well. But it would have been 8.5. You round up, same thing, right? So that's just where it is for me.
That's what I think. I gave it too high there. I gave it an 8.5. Yeah, I'm not saying that it wasn't bad. It's just not a lot.
Okay.
All right. So now
2 7s, 1 6.
2716. Brett, if you want to switch us over to the Wall of Retro.
Here we go.
What was your Scody? 7.4?
42.
Okay. 42.
Not my bag.
Not my bag.
The
The
where do you think it's going to sit? Yep. Where do you think it's going to sit? Between which two bands? You might have to scroll down for it. I'll just say that. It ain't breaking top 20.
Nah.
You don't have to scroll down.
I don't think so.
No, I'm telling you, it's not.
I know. Yeah. I just looked. It's like, yeah, it's not good.
We're not doing a new list for retros.
No, retro just.
No, we
all in one.
should. No, we should next year. Like once we're done with the 2021 stuff, and then just keep it as a yearly.
It's 22.
And this will be the master list.
Yes.
Well, 23. It's 23.
You think it's 23? So
behind
Gorgiro and above Ludo.
I'm saying because mine's so much drastically lower. I'm gonna go 26.
So above Prada, below Manchester.
Yes. I'm gonna say
Brett,
7.18.
Okay, Brett, you're the closest.
Okay.
It's below Prada.
Is it?
No, man. But it is a 7. Yeah. Okay. Good.
It is a 7.
Say.
Yeah, it's a 7.
Brett, you're gonna get fucking kicked off Twitch for this.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to be so nice about it.
So.
Okay. Let me guess here.
Oop.
Well, it wasn't
7?
3. Don't worry about it. So 7 point what?
7 point.
Oh.
09.
Okay, there we go.
7.09. Okay.
Oh no, where'd I go?
I don't know. It was weird.
09 is mine.
Okay, Brett.
Oh man, if it's right there.
God, there's
You
not a
said
lot of
09.
space.
I'm gonna say 1.4.
Brett, you're so close. 1.3.
Oh, bro.
Damn.
Nice. Hey, respectable. It is average on the fucking dot.
It's still a C. That's good.
Oh, it's still passing. Yeah.
Yeah. Just nowhere near a 10.
just saying.
But what's interesting though, right, is that if you look at the albums, it's like you don't see all the 2021s, like recents, are pretty low on the fucking list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
they're all as average.
It was an average year.
Our top fucking one is from 2008.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, there's two sides of the spectrum. You got a bunch of 2021s at the top, like Phineas and Silent Planet and Spirit Box. But then a lot of the older bands like Prada and Wage War and Atreyu and Day to Remember are all at the bottom.
Well,
for different reasons, but
I guess yeah.
Yeah, but like looking at the
retros
is what I'm saying. Yeah.
But yeah.
Very interesting
Cool.
list.
Hey, I mean, in the grand scheme of things,
average. I think it's good.
It's average. I think that, especially because Brett it's an uphill battle for you with Trivium, and that's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair. I think it's
It's
good.
a battle though.
I think it's good. If looking at 7.13, that would have put us around, album of the year or angry metal guy for the averages.
Mm-hmm.
If
So
we
it's
went
not
off
like we're
of
far off.
my rating alone,
Yeah.
it would have just been above Atreyu.
It's true.
Yep.
That's not true. That's not true.
I don't think
though.
that's true.
That's why, I feel like we need to pay attention to our scores. We need to make another list
I got another list going already.
because,
I
is this
started
better
last
than
week.
Atreyu? Would you rather listen to Atreyu than this Trivium album?
The new Atreyu?
Yeah. If you say yes, you're fired.
I honestly, I wouldn't pick either one.
That's understandable. But what I'm saying is
That's not an option here.
you do it or you get your dick ripped off. Which one is gonna happen? Right? I don't know. Obviously my score was in the 7s, so I'm gonna listen to Trivium, bro. I forget that album exists from Atreyu.
Oh, I do too, but really not a big fan of this style of music.
That's fine. It's totally chill.
Who-
I did though.
Who said that?
I did.
Anyway,
Dick getting ripped off, or you're listening to Atreyu? Which one? I guess I'm getting my dick ripped off. No. All right, chat, YouTube. It was a good time.
yeah, it was a good time. Hey,
Yeah.
if you ever been on Twitch and you like music, go check out literally everyone in this band streams. You can find them, just search their names. And if you like everyone else's reviews from the YouTube bits, go check out those channels. Hopefully
Yeah,
those
tell 'em we
channels will
sent
notice
you.
us, and we could
Yeah,
Right.
don't send them a clip of me saying anything.
just skip over Brett.
Just
He was
skip
barely
over
here.
me. Yeah.
He was sick the whole time. That's why he didn't go to work today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got coronavirus.
No.
Hopefully not.
No,
No.
he has a shit flu.
Yep.
Right.
Bathroom was my best friend this morning.
Anywho,
But anyway, YouTube.
enough toilet
Click the
humor.
things. Come hang out with us on Twitch. We do another show
Sorry,
on
I'm
Sundays, which we do a modern album. And I think it's Brett's week.
It
It
is.
is Brett's week. Brett, what are you
is.
picking?
What you got?
Are you giving us both
Tease us.
albums now, or?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
I think you should. Yeah.
Okay, so Sunday and Thursday.
So Sunday's new album, we kind of
Mhm.
said it earlier when I asked what the albums were because I forgot. Lee McKinney.
Okay.
We're doing it. We're gonna go do
Okay.
Lee McKinney, the guitarist of Born of Osiris.
Okay.
He's got a solo album, instrumental. So
called?
Cody, you brought up it's all right. I don't know. I just
I'll
know
look
it's Lee McKinney. Who cares?
It's gonna be proggy and weird.
It's gonna be prog and metal. And,
It's called In the Light of Knowledge.
there we go.
If I
that
hear
one.
any gent riffs, it's turning into a 0.
Oh, you know it's gonna be there.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be trash.
Yeah, it's gonna be all over the place. Hopefully, it's better than Misha's.
Just
bullshit
kidding.
that he
I'm. Yes, I agree. I'm excited to listen to it. Some instrumental will be nice.
Yeah,
Nice change of
I guess
pace.
it's our first one.
It is our first instrumental.
So for
I think it's instrumental.
Thursday, the next week, the next
Come on, Brett.
retro album.
Put us in 2006. Put us in there.
No, it's still January. We gotta do the new ones. We gotta do 2021s.
Oh, you're right. Fuck.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Don't
2021 's
don't
what
worry.
you got.
2006 is coming. Don't worry. That's all I listen to. Now I'm gonna go with Architects
Yes.
because we didn't
True.
do it. We missed it.
Yeah.
And God, I listened to that album.
What was that album? Was it self-titled?
No.
No.
What
was it called?
I can't remember either. In the Fear Hearts something.
It was Black, right?
This one. For those that wish
Oh,
to
no.
exist. That was
Okay.
close enough.
For those that wish to exist. Right. So relatively new, obviously, but it was beginning of 2021 that shit came out.
No, it was-
February, I think.
February.
Oh,
March.
was it that long? Oh yeah, because I was working at
Yeah,
Cherrywood.
because we skipped right over it because we weren't doing this yet.
Yep.
Yep. And it was on a lot of people's top. I mean, in Young Guns chat, it was up against Spirit Box for the best album.
And I haven't listened to it because I don't give a shit about the Architects.
Oh, that's
so
good though.
This will be my
It's
first
good.
listen.
It's good.
The singles really grew on me how much Brett listens to them, so I got familiar.
I legit don't even remember listening to the singles ever.
Animals? It's the one with the orchestra.
Yeah.
We watched the orchestra. There's orchestra things. They had a live show with orchestras and stuff.
The last time I listened to Architects was when we listened to one of the songs on the podcast of this show.
Oh, for the album before this.
Yeah, so
which I also
back in 2018.
Listened to a shit ton. Yeah.
Right. That's how long ago I gave a fuck about Architects. So,
well,
I'm ready to learn.
Maybe this will change your mind.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe.
But
Anyway.
YouTube, that YouTube, Spotify, other streaming services for podcasts that aren't up yet. That's it for this episode of MAMS. I hope you enjoyed it. Matt, I'm sorry. It's okay. I gave it a little bit better, but honestly, not ascendancy. So what are you gonna do? That's it for us. Like and subscribe. Give a rating. Give a comment. Answer the question of the day below on YouTube. And
what's your favorite dragon?
What's your favorite dragon?
Dragon.
We're gonna go watch some music videos now. So, bye.
Bye.